So this is my setup, and I have this gooseneck holder, which you can see attaches onto the side of my desk. I have my mobile phone attached in here, and then I can play from that, and I'm filming down here. Now these holders, you don't have to use one of these, but I use this because it can be then tilted around. Obviously this taken off and put the other way around, and then it's filming directly down onto what I'm wanting to film there. I could also be filming off my iPad, sitting down, presenting, just recording clips anywhere to be able to upload to my iMovie. Hello, so I'm going to make a video in iMovie on the iPhone. So I've already filmed a video that I wish to turn into something for my students. So I've got it there in the 4 different clips, and I've broken down. I just filmed it on my iPhone as well on a gooseneck stand, broken it down into a few sections. So for example, this is the beginning one. Create a range of different tones, lights and darks. I wish to be able to put on some titles, cut bits out, speed bits up. So I go to iMovie on my phone. Every iPhone has it. I'm sure Android phones have something similar. Okay, so I've got other projects that I've already done in here. So to create a new edit, I will press on the plus under projects, and it would be a movie. So I click on that, and I need to find my video, which is somewhere back here because I recorded it a little while ago. Here's plenty of pictures of cats. Here we go. There it is. So I'm going to click on the first one there and go create movie. So it's imported the whole video in there, no edits. So I will start off by putting my Swanmore Art logo as a title. And so I've pressed on the plus. I can then look in my photo albums, and I've already favorited the Swanmore Art logo. There we go. So I can plus on that, and there it goes at the front. So if I'd have been thinking about that more, I would have maybe made it the same kind of size for the television screen for cinema landscape, but it's okay as it is. So I've got that there, and if I wanted to press play and see how that plays through, let's see. So it just does. So we're going to that and goes into my movie. So I would want to put a title on here. So I might title what my film is going to be. What is this going to be? Okay, so to put a title on, I want to click on it to edit. So I just touched the actual segment, the picture there, and you can see the yellow editing band has come up around it, and the menu appeared down the bottom, which gives me a list of things that I can do on there. So T stands for title, and I can put some text on here. So I can see at the minute that's kind of like in the way of what I want to do. Maybe I'll try a different one. Maybe I will try expand, and see it's centrally on there. I can press lower and have it down there. Hopefully that will work. Okay, so I'm going to click on it itself, on the text itself, and I'm going to write on what it's going to be called. So what should I call it? Shading with different pencil types. Now at the minute it looks like I can't really see that so much. So let's see how it... Okay, so it's put a little back shadow on it, and it does stand out a little bit more. Oh, typo. Types. Excellent. So what that thing there is, it enables you to kind of fade from one thing into another. So I could click on that, and instead of fading and dissolving, I could have it as a proper fade. So it would go, ooh, fade. Or I could click on it and go, I don't know, what does slide do? Whoop. What's the theme? What does the theme do? Not much. Okay, I quite like the dissolve, so I'm going to stick with that. Right, now this over here, if I click on it, it's just, you see it's all one band of film, so the yellow editing band has come up around it, but I might want to kind of cut and splice it and add in titles. If I just add in a title here, it will appear throughout the whole film, and I don't always want the same title. I've been putting like keywords that I want to appear. I've been putting steps that I want students to be able to read, things like that, to just emphasise what I'm saying. So I'm going to play it through and see. So we're going to try and create a range of different tones, lights and darks, with a few different pencils. So I've got here a 2H. Speed on. I think I've got a natural break soon. Got a 4B pencil. So I'm going to start with the 4B, and I'm going to write down here. Right. So I'm going to put in a title there at the beginning that says, let's go for the same title type there. So I'll call it Pencil Types. And that's okay, but I want it lower because it's in the way. So I've got that there. Now I want to put a break when I start to actually shade in, or there. So I can click there, and I will go on the scissors on the bottom left to try and split a section. So you can see it's created a little split there. Now that, if I'm playing it, will just run through. A 4B pencil. So I'm going to start with the 4B. But what it means is that I can put a new title in here, so I don't have to have pencil types written across the whole thing. I'm going to have a new title in here, and I'm going to call this, what shall I call it? Shading with the pencils. Okay, not feeling very imaginative, but okay, there we go. But I want it lower again, so I'm going to press on the lower, and I want that title to disappear after a bit. I don't want it to stay on the whole segment. So, and I'm going to write down here, I'm going to let it play, that I'm doing this with a 4B. I'm giving the kids enough time to read it. I'm going to pause, press back on the film, and go back to my scissors and go split. So I've got another section. So you can see if I click on that, the one line means none, so it just enables us to split the thing but not do any of those fancy dissolves. So if I go back here, you'll be able to see that. I've got a 4B pencil. So I'm going to start with the 4B, and I'm going to write down here that I'm doing this with a 4B. So I'm going to try tonal ladder, try and go from light to dark. And there it disappears. As soon as I start. So what else can I do editing wise? Okay, I can speed things up. I can change the sound. So I'm going to try and find some part of this video that I want to speed up. So let me go further. Maybe I'll do it on there where I'm shading that in. So I'm going to start it. Harder to get my darks. I'm going to speed that up from there. So I will split it by going on the scissors and clicking split, but then I will click in here and I can choose to speed it up. I can choose to slow it down if I want. I'm going to speed it up like that. So when I play it now,
I'm going to ease up the pressure on my pencil, go a little bit lighter. Sometimes go back over a space to try and get that gradation, the blend of tones going through one into the other.
the only negative to that is that obviously you can hear my voice like a chipmunk. So there's a way of getting rid of that as well. So I'm just going to get to the end of where that shading is and click on there, cut it again, split. Okay, and I want to make sure on this one I'm back to normal speed, so I've clicked on that, go back to the timer and get it to normal times. And if I then drag back to this one, where you can hear me like that, I'll drag right back to the beginning and I will change the sound on it. So I will lower my chipmunk voice down so we can barely hear it. Just like that. And that will play through on that whole segment, basically, until we hit that and it will return to normal. So let's see. I've got nothing there. Okay. So are there any other functions that you need to be aware of? So obviously playing to play. Does that reverse back? Yeah, exactly. On the cog, what happens on the cog? There's some themes sometimes, but I think less is more with these things. You can have a soundtrack in the background if you're not speaking. What does it offer me? What would it do? I've got nothing there. Okay. I'm going to try and do the same with my HB pencil now. Twinkly twinkly song, so that might be nice. We can have things where it fades in and out. The speed changes pitch, for example. And let's see down here. I think that's pretty much it, really. There's one other thing. If, for example, I'm on this now and I'm working on a really small area and I've got the whole of my screen in the image, I can press on the magnifying glass on the top right of the screen there, pinch to zoom, so that I can be just focused right in on what I'm doing so that the students right at the back of the classroom or at home will be able to see in more detail what I'm doing. So let's see how that plays out. Arcs. Okay, so you can see much more detail, much more easily. Let's forward it to there. I've got nothing there. And then it's gone back to there. So for each segment you would have to, if you wanted to zoom it in, click, zoom, pinch. There you go. Right, so I'm going to pretend I've finished this now and go done. I'm going to give it a name. Pencil types. And I am going to export it. So I've done that. I'm going to click on the export button down there and I will save it as a video. Okay, and all that's going to do, I choose a size. I think I'll go for high definition 1080. So it's exporting it. And once it's on my phone, as in a video format rather than the iMovie format, I can upload it to Google Drive. I can embed it in my slides or just attach it to a Google Classroom. I can also upload it to YouTube. Many things that I can do with it. So this is how to upload a video to YouTube. So I'm just logged in through my school Gmail account, which when I'm logged on to that, it just seems to automatically log me into YouTube on my phone, but I can swap it over if I've got my other channel. Okay, so my channel. Right, you can see all the videos that I've already got up there that I've done, and you can see my hefty amount of subscribers therefore. But I tend to have them on YouTube as a backup for if Google Drive doesn't work. So if I want to upload a video, I go on the top there's a little icon that looks a bit like a video camera. I press on that and then it goes into my phone to look for any videos that I've done recently. So I'll click on that one. So we've got that one, shading with different pencil types. I could trim it,
so we're going to try and
but I've already done that within
tones,
iMovie anyway.
With
So I'll just
pencils. So
click on next. I'll create a title for it. So I'm just gonna, I've already got one up there, so I don't want to confuse myself. I'll just put test video. I can add a description. So I'll put my year 7 art work lesson 1, something like that. Okay. I don't want it to be private. I want it to be public. I want anyone to be able to see that. So, and now I've got playlists on there. So, for example, I could add it to one of my playlists, but for now I won't. I'll click next. Is this video made for kids? Yes, it shouldn't have any restrictions on it. And then upload. And it's as simple as that. It's just going to upload and then it's done. Then, for example, I can find the share link and I can add that to my Google slide so that people can click on it, or I can click on it, or I can get the share link and attach it to the Google Classroom task, the homework task or classwork task myself. So now my video's up there, I can go and find the link to share it. So I'd click on share and I think just copy. So I've copied the link, so then I can just go into Google Classroom. I'm going to send something to, for example, that class. I can set up assignment, add an attachment, so I can put insert link there, paste it. And there it is, for example. So mostly I upload the videos to Google Drive, where we have our department shared drive. So there's some more art one. We have our schemes of work in here, and it's so that we can all access it easily from home as well as school. So I've got the year 7 project that I've been doing these videos for. And you can see I've got a subfolder of video guides there with all the ones that I've uploaded so far. So to upload it into Google Drive from your phone, it's very simple. You just need to click on the plus and then upload. And so photos and videos. So I'll go and look for the video that I've just made, which is, let's just do the last one there. And click upload. So now that's going to be sitting in that folder, which then also means that I can go into Google Classroom and either upload that video to a task, or I can upload it to one of my slides. So, for example, if I show you an existing Google slide that I have, let's see, so slides, here we go. So I've got the year 7 project and I can view it on there. And you can see I've got, actually not that one. I've got my video embedded into there, but I've also got my YouTube link down there if it doesn't work. Now, I have just found though off Google Slides, you can't actually embed the video into it from your phone. So for that part, I had to do that on the computer, but that's just me trying to do everything to ensure that something works. You could just be on Google Drive and play it from there, or YouTube and play it from there, anything in class. So you see, will that present and play? Present on this device. So there we go, we've got the video embedded in there. Okay, done.